Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay then. Well, let's officially start.
Welcome, everyone. And this
All
is
right.
another podcast of Big Talk, where two caffeinated, opinionated individuals talk about things that they have no idea actually what they're talking about. But someone out there will listen to us for an hour or two and blaze us on the internet in caps, hopefully.
Hello there. Hello there, person listening. What's the soda?
It's a Sprite. I was hoping for a Dr. Pepper Cherry.
Dr. Pepper cherry.
Oh yeah, Dr. Pepper Cherry here.
I thought Dr. Pepper was already cherry. I thought it was already cherry flavored.
I think it's mixed fruit flavor, and then they just add more cherry flavoring.
Ah,
Because
so
we
like
all know
two
there's no real
cherries
cherries
as opposed to one cherry.
Yeah, the Haribo cherries
Oh,
rather
of
than
course
a normal cherry.
Of course not. But
Yeah. And you're on the canned
about
coffees,
as nutritionally satisfying. Yes. I'm on the fire.
I like
fire
that
coffee.
one. I like this one.
In its golden can.
I like the
the golden diamondy can.
I like that.
Beautiful.
I imagine it's got a good feel.
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
really hard to drop it.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Knowing me, I will still manage somehow to drop it, but it's way more difficult.
How's your week been?
It's been a week. It's been my first week back at work after like the holiday period.
Oh yeah.
We had 10 days off.
Because of
10
because
days
of
off.
the new emperor, or just because?
Just because, and because I think both.
Yeah.
Normally it would be a week. This time it was 10 days because of the emperor. So, yeah, start of a new era. So
what a fantastic time to be alive in Japan. To be at the start of an era. I mean, like when I was in Japan, that's when they officially announced the name as well, and that was really cool.
I'll be honestly, no one really seems to give a shit in Japan. None of my students really are bothered at all.
Yeah,
it's a bit like the royal wedding, but with less pomp and circumstance.
And I would wholeheartedly disagree with you that no one cares about the royal wedding. You've got those like die-hard royalists that will sit down the mall. You know, they'll sit down the mall for 2 weeks in their tents and being like, "I might be able to see Harry," sort of thing.
Well, there are people that care, but
yeah.
I would say there are less people that care here.
I find myself in a really odd situation with the royal family because I would call myself not a royalist, a Republican. No, what the fuck is it?
I mean, Republican would be you don't want them there. I think.
I think it means that, doesn't it? So if that's the thing, then I'm sort of a Republican in that sense, not in the American sense where they ban abortions in Alabama. I've seen, but that's a topic for another time. Anyway,
well, that's okay. Yeah, that is a topic for another time. Yeah. That's a big one.
That's a big old one.
But we're British, I think, so Republican means something different.
So it means you don't really think the royal family should be there. Now, there's arguments that they should be there, that they bring in money, but I think they bring in as much as a popular zoo in England. So that's another thing. But every time I see the Queen on the telly, I'll find myself having a little smile and thinking, "Oh, Queen." So I'm I'm a recovering royalist. I think I'm a recovering royalist.
You could be a recovering Republican.
I could be
the other way.
I just see her and go,
well, I'm fairly indifferent. I am, as I am with most things, pretty agnostic on the royal family. I'm like, okay, they're there. I like the tradition. I think traditions are important, and I'm glad they're there. I'm glad they don't have really any power to speak of. They're just sort of figureheads. That's fine. I'm fine with them. Like they're there. They're doing whatever it is they do. Whatever.
Wouldn't it be like a really mad thing if like they reverted back and like Queenie came out of like Buckingham Palace and there was like someone who committed treason and she just takes a big great sword and cuts off their head. You know, that'd be nuts.
Oh, that would be
wouldn't it?
amazing.
That would be nuts.
That would be amazing. And talking of mad queens,
yeah.
talking of queens doing some shit, we have our big talk topic for today, which is character assassination, Lee.
Okay.
Character assassination.
Right.
Now, it's sort of the top. It's not really. There's not really a question here.
Mm-hmm.
It is more just the topic. Character assassination. Maybe if I could form it into a question, it would be like, what do you make of it? Why is it ever? Can it be executed well? Has it ever been executed well? What do we think of its execution here?
Okay. Define it for me, because when you said it to me in relation to Game of Thrones, because that's sort of the only glimmer of the question that I got from you before this call, and I was like, I think character assassination means something different to me.
What does it mean to you?
Like defamation of character and things like that.
Well, that's sort of the real world. That's sort of the real world application of it.
Yeah.
Character assassination in terms of art would be a character doing a complete 180 and becoming something that they weren't previously for the sake of drama, or for the sake of the story,
for the sake of X. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not with any kind of consistency, and not with any kind of real build up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in that sense, and the question that you formed in, can it be done well? Obviously not. Absolutely not. If it can be done with no consistency or anything like that, then that seems bonkers. So for anyone who's been listening to the last couple of these, me and Matt have been at sort of I wouldn't say polar opposites, but we have certainly been at opposite ends of the spectrum on the episodes. I've enjoyed them. Matt has not enjoyed them. Now, I watched it yesterday. And it was the first one where I was very, very apathetic towards the whole thing.
Apathetic?
Yeah, I was watching it, and I don't know if I could just sort of see it all coming. There were some really good bits in the episode, which I'll get to. But yeah, I just sort of looked at it and I was just like, oh, well, this is a big shit. And then I messaged Matt and I said, just seen it. Have you seen it? He said, yeah. I said, well, I didn't really like it, so I can only imagine what you thought of it. And then you bamboozled me and said that you loved it, and I almost dropped my phone. And then you said that was a joke, and I thought, goodness me, okay. You shocked me there, Matt. You shocked me.
I will say this: out of the last 3 episodes, it's the one I've liked the most.
And here we find our polar opposite again. I thought it was the worst out of the 3.
I mean, it might be that. I don't know, really. I think yeah. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm looking at it in a way where I'm like, subjectively, I feel like it's the best of the 3. Or at least it's the one of the 3 that I like. I don't think it's the best. I don't think these 3 are the best of anything. And in terms of quality, they're sort of as shit as each other. But this really was. This is a play. I mean, those people who didn't jump off the shit at episode 3 and at episode 4 have leapt off it with episode 5. And a big reason for that, and the reason why character assassination is kind of the thing here, is because of Daenerys.
Yeah.
So I will say spoiler warning, of course, if you didn't realise.
Classic.
But
this podcast is dark and full of spoilers. I saw that meme the other day. That was good. I enjoyed that meme.
Yes. So this episode was described. I was listening to another podcast about it actually recently, just before we came on, and they described it as, I think there was hyperbole in this. They described it as the 9/11 of TV.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck me.
there's hyperbole in that, definitely.
Somewhere along there, yeah.
Yeah, but it's pretty fucking bad.
It was, yeah.
So for those of you who aren't aware or don't care, I mean, if you're watching and you haven't clicked off because you don't want to get it spoiled, if you're still here, you don't really give a shit, or you've seen it already. But just for a frame of reference,
Daenerys shit the bed.
She
shit the bed.
Daenerys shit. Well, she shit the bed. Daenerys burned 1 million people to death after they'd surrendered. And this is seen as out of character for her.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Ooh.
I don't think it's out of character for her at all.
Okay. Right. So here's
but
go on.
I think it was very badly executed.
Yeah.
In fact, they executed the fact that people think it's out of character for her to do that is a testament to either two things. First of all, either people fundamentally misunderstand Daenerys as a character, and I will give people more credit than that, because I think the second one is far more likely that the writers rushed it and completely shit the bed and didn't set it up right. They did set it up, but they didn't set it up right.
So my thoughts on it. Now, this could have been good. This could have still gone the way that it did if there was like another half of a season to go.
Agreed.
You do not clean up what happened there in an hour and a half of TV.
No.
You don't.
It needed at least half a season before and half a season after. Half a season's worth.
That needs to be needs to be a mid-season finale. Daenerys has gone complete 180, killed innocents, everything like that, and then the whole next half of that series is fallout of that.
Yeah,
like the whole next bit. Then the penultimate episode, another big fight. The last one, tying up everyone's loose ends and sending them off into the sunset that they deserve, or into the dirt, you know. But yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
I would have given them more credit. I think that's why I was so pissed off with this episode, because it was done then, and I'm thinking, fuck, they've got 90 minutes to have people that are really close to Daenerys, like, sort of, for want of a better word, voice their opinion on the whole issue, you know.
Okay.
Because you could spend you could spend a whole episode on what Jon thinks about what she's done. That's one episode. That's one episode there straight away, with some other bits of people going away and doing other things, you know. But now they've only got an hour and a half. They need to get through what he thinks about what Dany's done. They need to think about what Tyrion now, because Tyrion's going to have a whole huge. There's an episode for Tyrion as it is. His sister's died. His brother's died. He's also betrayed her once again. He's betrayed Daenerys again, and
has he? Oh no, yeah, because he let Jaime.
Because he let him go, and in turn, she's betrayed him. She's betrayed his belief in her.
Yes,
that set up a whole new storyline for Tyrion.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is and we can't see that go full circle in 90 minutes. Or we could if it was a soliloquy and just following him around like we followed Arya around King's Landing for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know why she was there. I mean, presumably it was to kill Cersei.
Yeah,
but she actually didn't need to be there at all.
I think the only good thing, and it was one of my favorite points of the episode, was her goodbye to the Hound. That I thought that was a really good piece of TV. That was very, very good. That final goodbye between the two of them, that was very, very well done.
Yes. Yeah. His fight with Sandor.
That was
His
bollocks.
fight with the Mountain.
Yeah, that was bollocks.
It was super metal.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
and also
there's a dragon burning stuff, and you're fighting each other in a burning castle. Like,
it was
metal as fuck.
It was Mortal Kombat. That's what it was. They were doing Mortal
Yes.
Kombat. They did 10 minutes of Mortal Kombat. But can I just ask something? Did you see the back of that? I can't remember his name. The old mace, the black magic dude who turned him into the zombie. What's his name?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you see the back of his skull fall off when he hit the floor?
Yes.
I went back like 5 times. I'm like, did the back of his skull fall out of his head? And I had to keep going back. I'm like, yeah, back of skull comes out of his head, confirmed. That was cool. I was like, damn, son.
Such a death with no fanfare whatsoever.
No, just kill him, bang, head comes off. Fuck yeah, that was brilliant. That gratuitous violence just spoke to my gut, you know. That animal bit in the back of my mind, you know.
Yeah. Just hang on, don't do that, bleh, and just
take it. Just the bit where the skull came out of the back of his head. That was dirty. That wasn't even dirty.
It was.
That was dirty.
It was. It was absolutely dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Cersei just like, I'm just gonna skirt around you. Yeah.
Her ending unclimactic. Another thing, I think what I've seen them do through this series is put little bits in that call back to previous seasons and go, we haven't forgotten about this thing. We are remembering it. Don't worry. Like, because he was going to kill the Mountain, was going to kill the Hound like he killed this Oberyn.
Yes,
he was going to do that. I'm like, okay,
he was, yeah,
okay, yeah. You remember that's what happened, and that's how that. And I mean, that fantastic fight. That was a fantastic fight. Really enjoyed that, and you could see what was
the Oberyn one.
Yeah, and you could see what was coming because he was getting too into it, and there was too much emotion in it, and he was losing himself, and then he got killed, and that was obviously going to happen. That was brilliant. One of the favourite one-on-one fights that I've seen.
Sure.
But yeah, it felt like Mortal Kombat to me.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. It's like the levels, but there's the level across the spikes, and they use it in every Mortal Kombat one where if you do an uppercut, they'll fall down into the spikes.
Yeah.
So it was completely like Mortal Kombat.
So
I did like that he died by fire. I thought that was quite fitting for the Hound. I think that
wasn't fitting for the Hound, man. It was fitting for Gregor, but it wasn't fitting for the Hound.
I think that's the only way that he could have gone out, because now he's killing him and getting over his fear of fire. I thought that was okay. I like it.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. But I would say
it felt very Mortal Kombat.
I think it was super Mortal Kombat. I think killing Gregor that way made sense. I don't like that. That's how they killed the Hound with fire. Don't like how Cersei went out. I think that was so bad.
That was not a testament
to
Jaime as a character at all.
And Jaime, who didn't do the thing that you said he was going to do, which would have made it actually make sense.
And this was another thing that I thought they were going to do. I was like, they're going to fucking do it. This is why we're following Arya. We're going to go back and forward in time, and we're going to see him dead. Arya find him, take his face, go there, kill her in the crypt, job done. And I was going to be like, that's going to be fucking cool. And then they didn't do it, and I thought, oh no, it's actually him. They're going to die now.
and then the ceiling falls on her.
Yeah,
symbolizing that revenge got her killed.
Yeah,
that would have been great. That actually would have been great.
Yeah, that
would have given more stuff for Jon because Arya's now dead.
And
I don't know how he would have discovered it.
He loved her.
He loved her the most.
Shitty way to go.
It would have definitely.
The fight between him and Greyjoy. Yeah.
Deus Ex Euron. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of lame.
Luckily, when the dragon dive bombed his boat, he had his plot armor on.
Yeah.
So he could survive that, fall in the sea, not drown, and swim to the exact place at the exact moment where Jaime was going to be. super good, super good. He's just that smartly. He's just that good a villain.
He'd never drown because that's kind of his special. That's like his special power, isn't it?
His special power is not drowning.
Yeah, that's definitely his special power. I thought, yeah,
he's practically Aquaman.
Yeah, but like the shit from the books, I was reading up the shit on the books because obviously I haven't read it. Like he sounds like he's doing some gnarly stuff in the books.
He's a different person.
He's like doing like black magic and stuff like that. I reckon he's going to like summon Cthulhu in the book. He's straight up summoning Cthulhu, interdimensional beings come into Game of Thrones book 6 or 7 or whichever one it is.
Yeah, the drowned god.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
the Kraken.
Cool. That's damn cool.
It would be good. Yeah, it would be interesting to do that.
Yeah, his was unsatisfying. I think it was just a very unsatisfying episode for me. Nothing was very satisfying. I can see why Grey Worm did what he did. Really
I can, but at the same time, no, I can, because he's essentially a brainwashed.
Yeah,
he's basically a brainwashed boy soldier.
Yeah,
who will do anything his queen commands.
Yeah, his queen's done that. His birds died. He's going to follow his queen. That made sense. So I got with that, but again, it wasn't very satisfying.
No, that made me like. I think. No, I mean, I kind of knew it was coming, but at the same time, when she started doing her thing, and when he threw his spear into that guy who'd surrendered, I went, no, don't do that, no. And I did that for about a minute, and then went, okay, well, this is what they're doing now.
I think I just went.
This is what they're doing now.
I think I had a different response to it. I just went, oh, this is what we're doing, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Well, fine. Yeah. I'll just spend an hour watching this now. I hope you're happy.
And it literally was an hour of that.
Yeah.
It was an hour. It was, well, was it an hour? It was about a good 40 minutes, at least, of a dragon flying around and burning women, burning children. And
it was just showing it was showing us the horrors of war, wasn't it? That's what it was.
Yeah, basically.
It was showing us the horrors of war.
And that side of it, I was like...
This is Vietnam in fantasy world.
Well, that's where it got interesting to me. Because that's why I didn't hate it as much as the other two, because this was the closest to what Game of Thrones actually is for a little bit. It's like, they're the good guys, but this is a war. There aren't good guys in war.
No.
There's Jon Snow, who is he's the fantasy character in the middle of the real world, essentially.
Yeah.
And he's going, no, don't. They surrendered. Don't do it. And then, but his Northmen are like, there, and they go in and they kill and everything's.
Let's do raping.
It's a meat grind. Yeah. How like the North are like honor.
Yeah.
I've got my honor.
Yeah.
And now it's time for rape. It's just they go in and it's a sack of a city is what it is. It's the sack of a city.
Yeah.
And no matter who is doing it, no matter if it's the protagonists or the antagonists, the result is the same. It's a lot of dead innocent people.
Yeah.
And there was a moment where it could have not been that. And instead of it not being that, it became that. And I think that's ultimately the point of it. I think that's the point of Game of Thrones, essentially. The point of it is war is shit.
100%. That was the theme of this episode, and it's
the theme of the series. It's the theme of the series as a whole.
Yeah, it felt more preachy to me in this episode, though. That this is what we're saying. I'm going to show you this for an hour now.
No, absolutely.
I'm trying to get to the bottom of why I was so nonplussed with this episode. Not unsatisfied, and because I'm quite easy to impress when it comes to media, like visual media. I'll just kind of lose myself in it.
Oh yeah, it's easy to lose yourself in visual media. A lot of people do.
Yeah, and I couldn't this time. Enjoyed episode 3. Enjoyed episode 4. I was just blah on this one, really.
Well, I think part of the reason why, and honestly, I say I like it the most of the three. My opinion has descended since I saw it. Like, it is getting worse and worse. Part of that is some revelations about the writers.
Okay.
Which I'll get into.
Have they eaten babies?
Okay, so we'll get into it now. So the writers, what they did, HBO offered them, because they know Game of Thrones is a cash cow, and they know that there's. I think they know that people really care about it. Not just that it's not just a cash cow. People really care about it. This isn't Star Wars.
Yeah.
This isn't Marvel. This is something a bit more than that. It's a bit more highbrow, or it was. And what HBO said, allegedly, is that they essentially gave them a blank check, and they were like, have all the time you want, have all the money you want, make this work, make it good. And they decided to make it, for the last 2 seasons, they decided to half-ass, and they decided to make it, was it 13 episodes instead of 20, and not have the budget for certain CG things. Like, the reason why, the excuse they've given for like killing off the dragons is CGI budget. The reason they gave for Ghost, for Jon Snow not interacting with Ghost, in episode 4 is CGI budget.
Oh.
And it's like, you could have had the money.
Yeah.
And Star Wars again rears its ugly head because they've been given the next trilogy. Yeah. And that trilogy starts production probably very soon, probably as soon as this is done.
Yeah, I would say so.
They're slated for release 2022. There'll be plenty of pre-production stuff, and I think they took the easy way out. They were like, let's just, it's this coastal elite shit-eating attitude of, well, they've been invested for this long, they'll watch anything. And unfortunately, they're right. Because after 8 seasons, after 7 seasons, people are invested enough. Enough people are invested enough to be like, well, okay, it's shit now, but we might as well see how it ends. It's only 6 episodes.
It's not cost fallacy, isn't it? Like when you've got a shit car and you've pumped like thousands and thousands of pounds into it and another thing breaks, and like, I'm not going to buy another car. I've already spent $5,000 on this piece of shit. Fiat Panda, you know, other cars are available. The last Fiat Panda I was in was quite a nice car, actually.
Well, in a way, yeah. This is the old shit Fiat Panda of TV, and they don't care. I mean, it's obvious they don't care. If they cared, they would do it right.
But it's hard to argue against that.
Here's another bloody thing: they knew the ending. Right now, I don't know. They didn't know it from the start. They definitely didn't know it from the start, but I think George did. George R.R. Martin. Yeah. All of the decisions they've made have been in service to this ending that he will build up to, and he has been building up to, and they won't build up to. And that guy, what's really annoying is George Martin is old, and he's not in great shape. Yeah. And the 6th book isn't out yet. Yeah. There'll be, I think, this one and another one.
There's 2 more.
Possibly more. Yeah, 2 or 3 more.
2 more. Yeah.
There is a good chance that he won't live to release this, at least the 2nd one. So this is now the ending we're going to get to this massive story, and it's just like, ugh.
Now that's something I do refuse to believe. I still don't think that they're allowed to show the ending. I'm sure of it.
Well, what he said was,
that'd be nuts.
What he said basically is, It is going to end. The ending will be the same,
Right.
but they'll take a different route to get to the ending.
Right. Okay.
So this is what's going to happen in the book.
Yeah.
Daenerys is going to go crazy.
Yeah.
She's going to burn King's Landing. And there will be fallout from that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Arya will kill the Night King.
Yeah.
That might happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah. But how they get there will be different. And coming back to character assassination for a moment.
Oh yeah, our question.
yeah. Well, I mean, we've kind of talked about it a little bit, you know, with. Well, we'll focus on Daenerys first, because that's the big bone of contention with a lot of people, is that that she's acting out of character. I would assert that she's not.
Okay.
But I'm curious as to what you think.
Right. So I love a happy ending. Love it.
Oh yeah.
You know, all is right with the world, at least in this book. So this is exactly why I've invested this time in there, so I can get away from the mad Sims world that I live in when the kid's taking out all of the doors out of my house. I can go into this world where they've still got functioning doors, and there's, you know, I'm not pissing and shitting myself, crying. So you look back on all of it, and there's clues to it. There's clues to that she was always going to go nuts, and she was just a bit of a nasty girl. You know, look back to when her brother died. He was an arsehole. But when the gold went over his head, there was no emotion to that. There was no negative emotion to that. She was like, he's not a dragon, I am. So
she's very desensitized to violence in general.
Bit of a seed there that she cray. But why the whole character arc with like freeing all the slaves and all that, you know?
Well, I think that's the basis of her character. Is she is a psychopath, but the internal conflict with her is being a psychopath, essentially it's being a tyrant and being a queen. It's like, what kind of queen are you going to be? And she's never been that. That's been the struggle, basically. Are you going to be a wise, good queen who does good things, who frees the slaves, or are you going to be your father, who was a horrifying, her father, who was a horrifying madman?
Yeah.
Like, I think that was the point of her character, was wrestling between the two.
Yeah.
And I think she wants to be, well, what she wants to be the queen.
Yeah.
She wants the throne. And she feels like she's owed it, because her last name is Targaryen, and not because she's actually earned the right to sit on the chair.
But that just makes her like Viserys, though, because that was his bag, wasn't it? You know.
Yes, absolutely.
He just felt like he was owed it, and he was this big dreamer who, you know, he was nuts. He was also nuts.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was nutty as well, and thought people were always following him. I can't remember if they were or anything like that. But
begrudgingly.
Yeah. So with her, with this whole, you know, duality between her, I dig that. That's cool. That's a pretty accurate story arc. Do you want to be the queen, or do you want to be the ruler? They had that thing about the flipping the coin, that Varys line. You know, they don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if that's been seeded throughout the series or anything like that. Probably has. Can't think back.
I would argue it has.
Probably, if it has, then that's good. But even with her dad, now her dad is the Mad King. Who was Jon's dad? Because they're not brother and sister, are they? So it's It's the
No,
Mad
she's his
King's.
aunt.
It's the Mad King's firstborn.
Yeah, Mad
Okay.
King's firstborn who copped off with Ned's sister.
Leanna. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but there was an inciting incident to make the Mad King mad, surely.
There was, and they haven't really gotten into it in the show.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But there's going to be an inciting incident, isn't there? That's what happens in all.
Yeah.
Doesn't there? There's an inciting incident, and then we have this big lead up, and then it comes down. So that's what happens with a story arc, isn't it? There's an inciting incident which takes you on this path of narrative. You have this big thing at the end. It goes good or it goes bad. That's your story arc over. You can take up a new story arc, or you're dead, or you go off into the sunset. Both allegories for the same thing. Now, the inciting incident does. I'm not behind her one at the moment. Not her inciting it. Of her inciting incident of being mad.
Oh yeah, no, they didn't. No,
there's not enough of that. They're seeding it with that she's just going to burn people down, and that makes her a bit mad. Well, she's just being. Don't mess with me. That's different.
She's always been. This is. I agree. This is where they've fallen down because she's always been a psychopath, but they haven't dealt with her descent in the way that they should have. Yeah. Like her descent should have. If they'd done 2 10-episode seasons, her descent would have been a bit slower and a bit more gradual, and it would have been set up better. But they didn't.
Or even just seed it, even just seed it in places where you can look back and you can see a properly good trajectory. Though I know they have seeded it in different places, but I don't think they've seeded it enough for you to look back and go, "Huh, yeah, that makes sense." Because no one's done it at the moment. Everyone's just gone, "This is bollocks."
Well, no, I'll disagree with you here because they have seeded it. They've seeded it throughout every season. It's just the turn where she goes from here to and we're going to go because she's been essentially beaten down her entire life. She's been sort of shipped between places. She's had a very difficult life. She was basically sold to Khal Drogo.
Yeah, for some ships.
Yeah, she was sold to them to secure the Dothraki.
Yeah.
And that's where we meet Daenerys for the first time, where she's quite sort of. She's very subservient. She's subservient to her brother because
she's meek.
Yeah. Well, he's a psycho.
He's nuts.
He's abusive and he's a prick. He's a massive prick. Yeah. He's Joffrey before Joffrey.
Yeah.
And he pays for that because he's a nutter.
He gets gold.
But what we see very early on from Daenerys is narcissism.
Yeah.
Is like intense narcissism. Intense. She's very desensitized to violence. She goes from desensitized to sexually aroused by violence.
Okay.
She's only attracted really to violent, murdering men.
Yeah.
Yes. Apart from Jon Snow breaks that. Jon Snow breaks that, but she's only really attracted to those type of men. She's very burny in terms, not Sanders, but burning shit. She likes burning people.
Yeah.
Burning people is the most sadistic possible way of executing anybody. Like burning them alive. There's a reason why Ned Stark cuts heads off and why Jon hangs people. It's quick. I don't know how quick burning people alive is. But it's not quick enough. It's a punishment. You get my point. She's repeatedly threatened to burn innocent people because the leaders of that community don't let her get her way. She's crucified people. and she doesn't listen to the people around her.
Mm.
Now, that would all be fine. Well, I mean, it's not all fine. That would all be fine if it was counted by more than the rule of cool. Because I mean, she's basically a conqueror. But she wants to be. I think the only counter to that is that she doesn't want to be. She wants to like free Westeros essentially from the grip of Baratheon.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know anything about Westeros, really.
Yeah.
She has an idea of Westeros, and she has an idea of the people of Westeros that she's built up in her own head, and she's been told that she's loved by the people.
Told by people, yeah, that they all drink secret toasts and whatnot.
Exactly, yeah. She's been told all this, and then she gets sort of slapped by reality as soon as she gets there.
Yeah.
People don't like her. People don't trust her.
Yeah.
And there have been people there who have earned their positions.
Yeah.
And she doesn't, who like them more than her, and she doesn't like it because of her narcissism. And it doesn't matter. See, it doesn't matter that John is essentially I called him glibly a cuck last time. It doesn't matter, and I'll say it again, it doesn't matter that he's completely cucked himself to her and devoted himself to her, and he's like, you are the queen.
Yeah.
You're the queen. I don't want to be the king. I want you to have it. I feel like you deserve it. It doesn't matter. Because no one else agrees.
Yeah.
Apart from Tyrion, who so all of that is set up to her flipping and going, fuck it. If you're not gonna love me, I mean in this instance it was, if you're not gonna love me, I'll just take it.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna give it to me willingly, and I fought for it again, and what adds to it is like she helped defeat the Night King. She helped save that entire country. So that adds to her even more, feeling like she's owed it. I saved all your lives. Why don't you love me? Why don't you love me?
Yeah.
And all of that, again, it's all set up. It's all great setup for her turning. But
it's just very clumsy, isn't it?
They don't. Well, all of that is elegant.
Oh yeah, no.
All of that
whole
is
story,
absolutely elegant.
100%.
It is just.
It's
it is just.
Yeah. Of the end of it.
It's just getting her over, because it's like she gets to a place, and then she starts doing this.
Yeah.
She started descending, because she's lost. I mean, she's lost a lot of people. She lost her dragon. She lost her friend.
Yeah.
She started turning.
Yeah.
John isn't having sex with her.
Yeah. John's not putting out.
He's rejected her, basically. She's been rejected by John.
Yeah.
So she's going. So she's probably she needs to be at a 180-degree turn.
Yeah.
So they decided to put her at a 180-degree turn in this episode.
Yeah.
She's probably about less than 45 degrees to psychopath.
I like that.
Like she was like, well, I know she's always been at about 90. Actually, that's wrong. She's always been at about 90 degrees to psychopath.
Yes.
She's probably at about 100 and I don't know, probably about 115 degrees.
I love how this is so
before this episode.
This is so mathematical and
precise. It's so precise.
Matt's on a wheelie chair, gentlemen, and he's giving me degrees. It's
I'm like a human clock.
Yeah.
She was at 115 degrees, and they went, she can't be there. She needs to be at 180. Put her at 180.
Yeah.
And they put her at 180.
Yeah.
That's where they've fallen down. That's why people think it's out of character.
Yeah.
It's not out of character, but it is out of character at the same time.
Because
they've completely bungled it.
It's the last point being very clumsily executed, isn't it?
Yeah, and them selling that is
Mm.
the linchpin.
Mm.
Because in order to sell that, and they haven't sold it at all,
No.
but in order to even attempt to get her to 180, everyone else in the show has to be an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
So they flipped. So Tyrion, since about season 5, Tyrion has just been a complete moron.
Yeah.
Jon has just been wet.
Yeah.
He's not done anything of note.
Yeah.
He's been a wet fish.
Yeah.
And no one and everyone around. I mean, I don't know, man. It just sucks. It just sucks so badly.
Mm.
I'm talking myself into hating it more.
Yeah.
It's just it's awful. It's like looking at a story just completely jump off a cliff.
Mm.
It's like it's just it's gross. Absolutely gross.
I think you've made a really compelling argument, actually, and I think that's why I feel so apathetic towards the episode. I think it's because that execution point, that final execution point that they needed, has been so clumsily executed that I've just gone, oh. Because I don't want them to spoon feed it to me. You know, I don't think that's needed in the story. That she's going to be mad. She's going to be mad soon. She's going to be mad. Watch, she's going to be mad. Like, obviously, when you're reading a story, some people like to, you know, glean things from it and go, oh, I've been. It's sort of like a, you know, like a secret between you and the writer, isn't it? Like we're having a secret nod at each other. Might this be a thing? But the writer can't nod back, so we're making all of this conjecture towards the story, and then we can be paid off or we can not. And equally, it can be as enjoyable if it's not, you know, what you thought it was, but they execute what their vision is as well as what you thought it was going to be. So yeah, I think that may be why. I think that may be why I was so apathetic towards this episode, because you are right. There have been moments that, you know, the Golden Crown thing, she's nuts. She cray. The TV's telling us she's a bit cray here. This one's a wild one. Watch her. This is what that's telling us.
But you don't see it immediately. She's just staring at him as he dies.
Yeah.
Again, in a horrible, horrible way.
Yeah.
So
you're thinking she's a bit saucy. She's a bit fiery. Watch her. She could go one or two ways, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it tells you looking back on it. And there are other things that, you know, burning people alive. And I'm like, oh, damn, you shouldn't be killing those people, Daenerys. Like when she killed Samwell's brother and her dad. And I'm like, oh, you shouldn't be killing them, Daenerys. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be burning them. That is another seed there. She's a bit cray.
Yeah.
She's a bit cray. Remember this. She's
I agree.
Cray.
That's another moment. Yeah.
You know, there are moments.
That's another moment. Yeah.
Where they've seeded it. So I think I was a bit quick to say that there'd been enough of it. I think you're exactly right. I think it's the poor final defining moment is the bungled bit, and you're like, damn, you know. I don't know, even if it was all sunshine and happiness, how I would have felt the episode. You know, my first thought would be that it would have been better, but then thinking about it, it probably would have just felt a bit pedestrian, you know, if she did that.
Well, if she'd stayed her hand, I mean, there's a bunch of mechanical stuff to the episode where you're like, oh, so in the last episode, these scorpion turrets ended a dragon's life in 3 shots.
I know,
fiercely accurate.
That upset me. I was like, and now for goodness sake, she's just taken them all out. I'm like, well, this is what we're doing now. I looked at the time, there was an hour left, and I thought, there's only one thing that can happen here. I'll see what happens. And that's why I went, oh, yeah, we're doing this now, aren't we? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, burns an entire fleet.
Yep.
And all of the turrets on the walls. Conveniently enough, these turrets aren't turning around or even attempting to fire at her while she's burning them on the wall. And at this point, there's nothing that can be done to her at all. If she just sat there on the dragon, the bell's going off, and you see her like getting worked up, and she wants to, and she goes, okay, let's land and
Mm.
sort this out.
Mm.
That would have been a better moment.
Mm.
That would have been her going from 115 degrees to being a complete psycho to
Mm.
going back to about maybe 90 to 95.
Mm.
Going like, okay, there we go. And then more things can happen potentially with Cersei.
Yeah, you've got an hour in which to tell a much more deep story about how that goes down.
Absolutely. I mean, even her deciding to go all fire and blood is a bit like, well, hang on, you've got a dragon.
Mm.
You can fly over all of these people and just burn the Red Keep.
Yeah.
Like, it's right there. You know where Cersei is. She's in the Red Keep.
There was a big part of the episode made it her looking at that and getting jacked up on it, wasn't it? You know, she's looking at where Cersei is and she's getting pumped up. She's like, I'm going crazy. Bam. Yeah.
Right before she did it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like their eyes meet.
Mm.
And you see the dragon take off and you're like, oh, okay, she's going to the Red Keep. Oh no, she's burning everything.
Yeah.
But that moment I feel like that moment is like she's sending her a message.
Yeah.
It's like she's sending Cersei a message. You tried to stop me doing this because of mercy, because you see mercy as a weakness. I don't have any mercy.
Yeah.
But I mean, and she's burning a city that has her own soldiers in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so stupid.
And it's not even a good message to send to Cersei. She don't give a fuck. You don't care.
No. Well, I mean, this is the thing, though. Apparently she does. Because she was looking out at that and she looked traumatized. She was like, oh, fuck, they're all dying.
I thought it was more because she was going to die.
Or she was like, well, yeah, maybe.
I think this was more of a pride thing. I don't think it was that she cared about those people. She's never cared about those people. She cares about her, she cares about Jamie, and she cares about her children. So as soon as that's all getting flattened and she's like, oh, fuck, we might actually lose this. I'm going to lose my kid. The witch was right. The witch was bloody right, she's thinking to herself. I'm only going to have 3 kids. They all died. Not going to have this one. Fuck. So now she's like, oh, shit, I've been bested. That's her weakness. Her weakness is pride and sort of hubris over her own, greatness.
Yeah.
It wasn't about
she was like, she's like looking out going, oh, fuck, that didn't work. And now I'm going to die.
Yeah. I have been bested by someone. It wasn't her losing her city. She didn't.
Yeah.
Power's good. It keeps her in a place that's safe. But at the end of the day, her modus operandi has been protect my family. Her family's gone now. She's only got that baby.
And Jamie.
Well, Jamie wasn't there at that point, was she? And she's like, he's fucked off. So now she's only got this child and she's thinking, oh, fuck. I've ballsed up. So I don't think it was that.
I'm going to die alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for someone who cares so much about their family, that's the worst possible way to die, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Indeed. But then she didn't. She didn't die alone.
Yeah.
Even though it took destroying Jamie to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that annoyed. I think the destruction of every other character annoys me.
Yeah.
More than, particularly as like you get them to a place where it's like, hey, we've got a more or less a resolution to this person, and now, oh no.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. No.
JK, cave in.
Hey, he's with Brienne. People have wanted this for a long time. Lol, JK.
Yeah.
Going back to fuck his sister. Oh.
Yeah. That was upsetting. I was like, he's going to have a resolution. He's going to have a redemption arc. Oh, balls.
Not even didn't even see Brienne in this episode.
No.
We'll probably see her in the next one, I imagine. Because we've got to wrap her up somehow.
Yeah, and if they don't, that would be such a terrible way to end it, wouldn't it?
It's already terrible.
But I mean, really, what they should have done, they should have killed her they should have killed her in episode 3. Her story ended there. She became a knight. That was it.
Mm.
Have her be one of the Blaze of Glory deaths in not season, fucking hell, episode 3, fighting the dead wall. You know, saving Sansa.
Yeah,
Perfect way to go. Perfect way to go. She's that has been her job since season 1, 2. It can't even be 2. Must be 1.
No, she came in 2. I think it is 2. Yeah.
Okay, so from the very start, though, it was to protect those children, wasn't it? To protect her girls. What a fitting way to go. She becomes a knight, which she's always wanted to do. The first episode, she wanted to be a knight for the Baratheon guy. So she's become a knight now. Kill her off, you know, in a blaze of glory, saving Sansa. Brilliant. That'd have been fantastic.
Absolutely.
Honestly, if that went that way, did she sleep with Jaime before that? They didn't, did they? It was after.
No, it was after that.
I probably would have been okay with them not sleeping together.
Yeah, I don't think it was necessary. I don't think it was necessary.
You would have had like
them two.
You would have had the Daryl Carroll thing, you know. That different kind of love, you know, that different kind of familial love between them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been pointing towards that they're going to have sex with each other since like the bath scene, where he's you know, where he's got his dick out. You know, they've been pointing towards that for a while. But I think I would have been more satisfied that way.
I think having them together is a satisfying way for both. It's a satisfying possibility for both of them because it puts him in a relationship with somebody who's not Cersei.
Yeah,
and a
relationship.
Yeah, and it's a relationship built on respect. And for her, it's the same. For her, it's like, I mean, it's sort of. I don't know if they do it in the series, but certainly in the books, where she's been sort of beat down and been treated badly by men because of what she wanted to be all her life, pretty much. And having her in something meaningful that's built on respect would also have been really good. And having for both of them, it would have worked really well. And they completely. 180ing Jaime doesn't just fuck him up; it fucks her up.
Yeah,
because he rejects this stable thing and goes back to his sister.
Yeah,
and she is again treated badly by a man. So it's just like why do that?
I mean, maybe the only thing I can think of, because then sort of the second best way I can see. So her dying in episode 3. Best way to go, I think. Second way, they fuck off to Castle Rock. We don't see them again after episode 4. So
he becomes Warden of the West.
Yeah, that's what happens. They fuck off. We don't see them again. Wouldn't have been as good, but you know, you would have had enough time. You would have had enough time to have a small part of the story devoted to them moving off into a thing. The only way I can think that it's happened then is because we're trying to have a bit of, you know, gritty realism in there, that not life isn't, you know, sunshine and rainbows. But I know that. I know it isn't.
Yeah.
I'm well aware of that fact.
Yeah. And this is escapism.
Yeah.
That's what this is. This is another thing that I really hate, is that people have gotten their claws into escapism, and they're trying to insert shit into it, and it should not be there.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know relationships don't work out. I know people make poor decisions in love and sex. That's just humans, because we're dumb. We're dumb monkeys. Okay.
And he's already done that.
Yeah.
And he's already done that his entire life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are we going to have him learn something? No.
So basically, his tagline for his story, because you can see sort of the story arcs now, and you can sort of give them a tagline now. Yeah. I learned nothing. Is Jamie? It's Jamie's character arc. That is now what it is. I learned nothing.
Yeah.
Brienne's, I'm so stupid for believing him. That just sounds like something you'd see in a Facebook post. You know?
Yeah.
Who else? Who else can we do taglines for?
Someone goes, "What's?" Someone else goes, "What's up, babe?" And they go,
Yeah, you okay, hun?
"PM me."
Yeah, you okay, hun? PM me. So that's her tagline. Who else? Who else went?
Yeah.
Varys went. That one was just. I was just like, oh, okay. I kind of got it because they were trying to seed it one last time that
Yeah.
Dany is a bad bitch and she's going to do something bad because there's no emotion there and it's just
his tagline can be "Called it."
Yeah, yeah. I'm really fucking smart, but not smart enough to get out of this. However, interesting thing. Did you see this? I don't know if it's meant to be this way, and I guess if they're following this part of the story, we'll only find out in the books. But so he's got he's got one of his little birds finally. One of his little birds came back.
Mm-hmm.
He got another little bird. Yeah. Do you reckon he was trying to kill her? Do you reckon he was trying to kill Daenerys?
Oh,
because she hasn't eaten. She hasn't eaten. We'll try again at dinner. Now, I'm probably looking too much into this, but he likes poison. He likes a bit of poison, our Varys, doesn't he?
Oh, maybe, yeah, because she was in the kitchens as well, wasn't she?
She was, and she was sending the food up.
Yeah.
He wants what's best for the kingdom. He's not just going to be checking on her welfare.
Yeah.
He cares for her, but at this point, he will do what is best for the kingdom. That's been his story throughout the whole thing. I reckon he's trying to kill her, but I don't think we're probably going to know now because that was cut short. That's
they can't wrap that up now.
Something to speculate on. I reckon he was trying to kill her.
I thought she might, having an inkling that this was going to happen. She might just kill that kid. Yeah. If they do bring it back up, it will be because she kills that kid, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would Tyrion's tagline be?
I'm intelligent.
Bitch. I'm intelligent until I'm not.
Yeah. I was once intelligent. Now I'm not.
Half man, half intelligent.
It's almost like he's like the epitome now. What we've seen is that his brain was well and truly in his genitals. You hear like the thing that like men think with their dicks and everything like that. Maybe Tyrion actually did. Maybe all of his vast knowledge and vast charisma and wit was all in his balls. And when he stopped using them, he became dumb as shit.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. It could be that the trauma. Yeah. I mean, seeing your dad fuck your wife, or fuck your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Probably he fucked him up. Fucked him up beyond all recognition.
He's got to be stronger than that. He's had shit happen to him in his whole life. I did like him and Jamie. I did like their farewell. That was quite nice.
That was good.
That was a nice moment. That was a nice heartfelt moment. I enjoyed that. But he's still a dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Come on, be smart again, Tyrion. I mean, John hasn't died yet, but at the moment, I think it's
neither is Tyrion.
I think he is. Like, I'll be surprised if he makes it.
Well, Tyrion?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if he makes it.
Oh, would they do that?
There's no bloody point now. There's no point for him to be there now.
True.
Really, I mean,
he'll be the last Lannister.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you have him finally getting something that he was never able to have, which would be Castle Rock. That would be kind of okay. But he's betrayed her and she's betrayed him. I don't really like. The only reason I think he has to go is because they don't have enough time to do a new storyline. That's a whole new storyline now. You've given him a whole new storyline. Don't do that. You know, now he has been absolutely betrayed. He has been made to be a fool of. That's been his story, like his mini story up for this season. You're done
for the last 4 seasons.
His tagline is "You know nothing, Tyrion Lannister." That's his one.
Yeah. And when you have a plan, we're going to subvert your plan every single time.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
to prop up other people.
I mean, I guess there's something to say that no one is absolutely smart, you know.
True, but no one's absolutely stupid either.
Yeah.
He's the epitome of the show. For 4 seasons, he was really smart and really well written, and then for 4, he was fucking awful and stupid and dumb, and it didn't work. Because since season 5, it's been pretty much the quality has dipped hard. Jon Snow, what's his tagline?
I mean, he kind of seems as true as he's tried to be throughout the whole thing, because
he still knows nothing.
his like core thing is kind of the same. It's kind of easy to get your head around, isn't it? As you said, he's like the one fantasy character in a gritty realism fantasy world.
Yeah.
You know? And his whole thing has been that he keeps getting shoved into things that he doesn't want to do, but he does quite well at them. He's quite good at leading people. So I wouldn't be surprised. Daenerys goes down, kills himself, or gets killed. He ends up on the Iron Throne. And it's like, I didn't want this. I think that's his tagline.
Yeah, probably. I don't think he would. I think he would abdicate immediately.
Mm.
Because I think he's going to see himself. He's going to take some responsibility for this.
Oh, hugely.
He's going to be like.
Again, this is a whole nother storyline for him.
Yeah.
You can't fix. Well, not you can't fix. You can't explain this episode away in 90 minutes. You can do it for one character. Pick one character, and you can do it for them. No one else.
You would need to wrap this up. I mean, to wrap this up in any. Yeah, you would need more episodes than one.
Yeah.
Or you would need one very, very long episode.
Yeah. You can do.
It would need to be a Lord of the Rings length.
Yeah. You can do one episode. You can do one character well, and you can do two characters averagely. That's your lot.
You can't do all of them well.
That's your lot, writers. Surprise me.
Who else can we do? Who else can we give a tagline to? What's Daenerys' tagline? Slay, Queen.
Yeah, Yas, Queen. Yas, Queen, slay. Weird flex, but okay. I think that's her one. Weird flex, but okay. Just through apathy towards it now, you know, just fair. I've only got 90 minutes left to waste of my life.
Yeah.
On this, so let's see what you do with it.
Next time I leave my Starbucks cup on the table, don't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah. That annoyed me. That did annoy me from the fan base as well. Come on, guys, watch the fucking show.
Well, yeah. I mean,
also,
it's your job not to
do your fucking jobs. Do your fucking jobs as well. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stage hands. Yes. Do your jobs. Do what you're paid to do. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of
Everyone's at fault apart from me, Matt. Basically, that's what.
The epitome of we don't give a shit. Yeah. Leave it there. It's fine. Who cares? Leave it there. Who else can we do? Cersei.
Oh. Right, so let's look at her whole thing. Like hers has been pretty, it's been pretty charted. She's been another character to easily sort of chart through. She's another fantasy character, I'd say. She's a wicked stepmother, isn't she? Nasty,
pretty much
woman, but very calculating, very smart, very clever. Actually, she I don't know what the actor's called. This is why it's big talk. Fucking nothing. Lena Headey. Like testament. Like to the character, that was a fantastic piece of acting. I enjoyed her rise to crazy, and then they fucked it up and then they fucked it up at the last minute again. That was another one that was like,
Do you have any plan?
yeah.
That would be my point. So do you have any plan at all?
Yeah.
Who has come out of this series unscathed? Which characters have come out of it? I mean, none of the ones that are alive, I would say. Actually, no, let's do that. Are there any living characters that have come out of this show unscathed in terms of they haven't been ruined?
Sansa's done quite well. I've enjoyed her storyline. I've enjoyed that going.
Sansa.
She's been doing.
She's another one who is a damn good actor.
Yeah. Another.
Like her.
That's been one of my favourite stories. That's been incredible.
I watched a couple of clips of her,
and
there's the one where Ned works out that Joffrey's like a bastard.
Yeah.
Because he's in a scene with her and Arya, and she's insufferable. She's like the epitome of like the 12-year-old.
Yeah, and she played that really well, didn't she?
She did, and like,
you're ruining everything.
Rise,
that was one of her lines, wasn't it? You're ruining everything. That was
yeah. And the rise has been believable to where she is now, which is a proper leader again, who has earned the respect that she gets.
I can see her
by being very, very good.
I can see her being like more dangerous than Cersei. If there was more that you could go, I could see her being more dangerous because she's like ruthless. She's seen some shit.
She's way more intelligent than Cersei.
Yeah. No, that's what.
Because she's learned from all the intelligent characters.
Yeah.
She learned from Marjorie, who was like an expert.
Yeah.
At playing the game.
She knew the social manipulation game like no one's business. And then you had Littlefinger, she saw him do the whole secrets game and social manipulation game. She's,
Olenna as well.
Yeah. She just needs to go to Essos and just run aspiring. She'll be fine.
She'll be the M of...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So she's done very well.
Yeah. Has she come out of this unscathed?
So, I mean, her storyline was really, really cool. I really enjoyed it. She's gone...
It was cool until it got really stupid.
And we've done it.
There it is. And we're back.
3 for 3. Matt has hit his phone off the side again. Fantastic.
There we go. And now we're good.
I
caught it though.
Now Matt's not on his side anymore. That's fantastic. So when it went weird, when it went crazy. When she went to the house black and white?
When she went to was it Bravos?
Yeah.
And that whole storyline was really not particularly well executed, I don't think.
Yeah, I guess so. And I mean, I don't know if I'm looking sort of back with a whole lot of nostalgia towards those episodes, but I guess there's probably going to be a few more stories in there that you're not going to be able to tell as well, because you've got the whole thing where it can't be quite like the books, and you've got so many characters that you've got to do stories for in those episodes. I don't think I had much beef with them doing that.
I think it's the ending mainly. I think the way that story ended was really, really bad.
Yeah.
But the way it played out before that was all right, I think. I think I'm letting the ending sully all of it.
Yeah. And then she comes back. I mean, that was a very quick ending as well to her character arc, because her character arc is done now. Revenge isn't always best. She's had her fill of revenge. She's done a couple of people in.
Yeah.
And I think her ending ended when Clegane walked up those stairs. That's her ending.
And she didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the end of her story. Obviously, we followed her afterwards. I guess they did that to follow someone that we cared about rather than some extras that we just saw. I think that's why we did it. That's why we followed Arya, because she's a popular character. So that's why we're following her through the city streets and everything like that. Could have been done better. Could have done it. You could have done it with
Jon.
Yeah.
You could have done it with Jon.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think her storyline went well. I think that was a very good ending.
Almost unscathed.
Yeah, I think she's largely got through it okay, because that ending was very good. I think she's still going to be a damn good fighter, and she's still going to kill people. She's definitely going to. I don't think it's necessarily going to be a battle list anymore. She's probably going to go to Bravos. I reckon she'll go there and kind of just go off because she doesn't want to be a lady. You know, I don't know if she wants to. I think she might, go on like sabbaticals every couple of years. Pop back to Winterfell to see the fam for a bit, then piss off somewhere else. I think she's going to be the explorer character now.
I think she'll probably leave. I think she'll stop in on Gendry and fuck his brains out, and then leave.
Go see Fat Pie one more time, and then
go see Fat Pie, get a pie.
Yeah. Right. So for people who have stayed true to their character, Giant Spain, fantastic. He's always been the same character.
He came out unscathed. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he just wanted to, kill things and love Brienne.
Yeah.
And now he's gone off with Ghost. There was a fantastic video that I saw, and it was like, meanwhile, north of the wall, and it was this girl with like one of those big fluffy white dogs that you see quite a bit in Japan, and they're just having a great time. And it was just like Jorah and Ghost, and I was like, yeah, I dig that. So yeah, but he wasn't really a main character. He was a sort of a B character, wasn't there? So, but his story development was still good. He started off as this person who absolutely hated Jon, and he thought he was going to be good for nothing. He was Rantsmaid. Rantsmaid? King of the Wall, King North of the Wall, Mance Raider. There we are. It was kind of his right hand man. Then they got a bit of a bromance going on. Now he's gone off. I guess I would have liked to have seen him. Sam Tarly.
He's come out unscathed.
He's done very well. Yeah, he's rode off into the sunset now. We're not going to see him again.
Probably not.
Nah. I reckon everyone that we said goodbye to at that bit there, I don't think we're going to see him again.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah,
they were totally fine.
That sort of 5-10 minutes of sort of shooting where everyone's sort of going, oh, we're going to King's Landing now, and people are like, oh, I'm going to do this other thing. That's them saying, we're not coming back. We're safe.
That's them saying, we saw the scripts for the last 2 episodes and we want out.
Yeah, they've now gone, so they're safe.
Yeah.
So yeah, his was a really interesting story. I really enjoyed his.
Yeah, I liked Sam a lot. Sam was good. Bran.
I mean, it's like, what can you do? It's an interesting story, like the whole mythos behind the three-eyed raven and things like that.
Which they did nothing with.
He's now just used for a bit of exposition as like, how do we put this other plot point forward? Let's just ask the brain. Let's just ask the all-knowing brain. The brain in the jar. Let's shake the magic 8 ball and he'll tell us the answer.
Yeah. Is he gonna? What can he? Yeah. Okay. So I have a theory.
Go on.
This is how. If you said, okay, we've fired the writers, and we need you to write the last episode in a week. I would have him be evil. I would have the Night King somehow had like wormed his way into his head, and I would have it so that he knew that if she knew, he knew that if Daenerys knew that Jon was a rival, that it would cause her. It would fuck her up. It would cause her to go mental. Someone's going to off her. Jon won't want it, so he will end up. I think he will end up on the throne.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think that. This is what I would do. I would put him on the throne, and he is now he's basically the night. He's basically the Night King, and he now rules the kingdom.
So this is the indoctrination theory from Mass Effect in Game of Thrones.
but the reverse.
Yeah.
Like the White Walkers win.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
would do
yeah.
at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah. I like that.
And it would be like he sits on the throne, and you see, and like
And then his eyes
John,
change at the end.
and then his eyes, and then you see his eyes flicker blue.
Yeah.
And I would have John be like, I don't want this, and I would have him go north, and I would have him find more White Walkers. I would have him be like looking for the wildlings, and then he like climbs up a cliff and he looks down and he sees like an army of the dead.
Yeah.
And they start going south.
Those are both horrible endings. Not horrible as in they're bad, but you're terrible to your readers. They're like, no, no one said.
That's what I would do. That's what I would do if you gave me episode 6, like with everything that's been done.
Right. Okay.
Particularly in season 8, because the Night King went down way too easily. Bran. Why else? I mean, I feel like because Bran revealed that secret, and he sees everything.
Yeah.
He saw that she burnt King's Landing. So he knows that was going to happen.
Yeah.
So he told Jon, he revealed this thing to Jon.
Yeah.
He reveals it to other people, which causes a big thing, which cripples the king. The kingdom is now crippled completely. Like we've lost a whole bunch of people, a center of commerce. Westeros is basically done. And he was like, I knew that was going to happen. And on come the army of the dead. Just sweep everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the final shot would be Jon finding the army and Bran's eyes going blue.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Cut to black, ending like The Sopranos.
Soprano ended it.
And then just me,
Soprano,
just a flash of
bam.
And then just a flash, and then the post credits would be I would flash up on screen, and I would just give the middle finger.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I have a picture of the two guys, Benioff and Weiss, the guys who wrote it, and I would go, fuck you.
Or what you could do.
This is what I had to do to make your shit make sense.
Like fade to black, and then just have the bit from Fallout where it just goes war never changes, and just fuck it off. Just no credits, just war never changes, and just fuck it off. See ya.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's got me thinking though about like the whole Night King thing and Bran, like obviously knowing everything. Like I don't even think you'd necessarily need the Night King to be in his head.
Oh
no. So he sees the future and he's the memory of the world, and I guess his mission, his core need in this is to keep being the memory, keep being the three-eyed raven.
Yeah.
And being the memory of the world and having the world continue some way. So he's obviously, he's kind of Doctor Stranged it, where he's seen 1,026,000 variations and there's only one where they win, or there's one where he wins, and that means that all of this stuff needs to happen. I think even that could sort of work to an extent, but you'd still need more to. You'd need Bran's reasoning behind that. You'd need this needed to happen because the world would not function with her as a ruler because X, Y, and Z. If this didn't happen, X, Y, and Z. There's too much to sort of put in behind that, and you can't do that in an episode. I don't think you need a whole episode of him just telling his grand master plan before killing James Bond, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But just sort of
you don't need him to say anything.
No.
You just need his eyes to turn blue.
I think that'd upset me as well.
I would laugh. I would just laugh
Yeah.
if they did that. If they did that, I would just be like, "Well, bravo."
Curse you.
So,
Curse
yeah,
you ragamuffins.
and that would be Lee
Hmm.
a subversion of our expectations.
Yeah, for 4 and 4. Yeah,
4 and 4.
yeah. I can't even remember.
I
What
don't think they'll do that though. I don't think they'll do that.
No.
That's almost too clever, and I think they have literally just checked out.
Yeah.
That's just me trying to make sense of their bad writing.
Yeah. God, there's just so much that needs to be done.
Yeah. Yeah. And now they're going to make Star Wars movies.
Well, I haven't watched any of these ones, so I checked out on that one. So
it's already dead, so they can't ruin it.
Yeah.
It's already ruined.
But yeah, so can you assassinate a character correctly? So
that was the question.
Can you? So it's not really can you assassinate the character? Can you 180 them correctly? Yes. Yes, you can. But you need to lead up to it. You need to give people little clues and have little winks to them, like, oh, remember this. When they look back, then they can go, remember this. This is why it's happening, or not. You know, even a lazy way of doing it would be like, this was my plan all along because this thing happened. I remember reading a book once, and like the whole book was really interesting. It was a sci-fi, and it was they were all going to this place because this thing was going to kill everything. It was going to kill the universe basically, and they're trying to work out who was taking them there. And it was the guy who sort of opened up the book in the first place, and he did it. I did it because they killed like my whole planet, and no one knew it. I was like, no, okay. The book was enjoyable, but I don't know what happened there at the end. He's like, but it was kind of seeded in there as well. There was a few bits we can look back and like it keeps going back to this planet and how these people got killed, and it was bad, and there was sort of links to them and things like that. I can kind of understand that story, but you just want those tiny little winks to people going, remember this when you look back, and you go, I see. Or just blanket tell them. It's lazy writing, but blanket tell them some hidden plan that they had all along.
Well, that's the thing. Like what if they'd executed it right, it would have literally been, you could go back to season 1 and you see these people. The Daenerys thing is the main one. You would go back to season 1 and you would see the seeds of it, and you would see her descent into complete psychopathy.
I'd be interested, actually. I'm going to go back to the episode, and I want to listen to the bit where they're walking. I can't remember where it is, but it's basically all of the things that have been said to her.
Okay.
There's sort of like a string of things that have been said to Daenerys throughout the whole thing, from Viserys onwards, basically. I'm not sure if it was in the trailer or it was at the start of the episode. I'll have to find out. But
there was a bit of a montage at the start.
Yeah, so that montage, I want to go back and listen to that and see if they've probably then hastily put this together and gone, remember all of these things really quickly because she's going to kill everyone.
I think that's what they did.
Yeah, I think looking back at that, I think you're going to find points where she's just been nuts in all of those bits. Either when it's been said to her or very close to that in the same episode. That doesn't absolve them of anything. 100%.
No, not at all.
Of anything. That just makes it look like they've tried still and they've rushed it and gone, fuck, okay, we need to show that this was the plan all along. This was Earth all along, sort of thing.
Yeah. You blew it up.
Yeah.
You damn dirty apes. You blew it up.
Yeah. So I think, yes, it can be done, but it needs to be done elegantly.
Yeah.
And it needs to be done correctly.
Yeah. I've watched a few today. I watched a couple of things. I watched it's almost like self-torture, almost looking back at like prior seasons and going, oh fuck, that was good. Because it really puts things into perspective. But there's a scene where after Joffrey's died,
Mhm.
and it's Cersei, Tommen, and Tywin like standing over his. He's laying in state, and they're
Oh,
standing
that's where he's got
over
the
him.
coins on his eyes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
And
later,
Tywin,
Jamie comes back and fucks her over the corpse. I remember that
yes,
happening.
no,
Yeah.
it's the scene. It's the scene just before
Yeah, he comes back and
Jamie
is like,
fucks her on the.
"Honey, I'm home," and fucks him over his dead child.
Our son is dead.
Classy
Yeah,
Jamie.
yeah. Literally, Tywin and Tommen leave, and he walks in.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just before that.
Yeah.
But Tywin is talking about what makes a good king to Tommen, and it's wisdom, and it's just this great bit of dialogue between them where he's basically telling him, he's like, have
what
some
he's going to need
examples.
to do.
Yeah, a pious king. Well, this guy was pious, and he thought that food was sinful or whatever, so he starved himself to death. I'm paraphrasing, but a friendly king. Yeah, like a peaceful king. Okay, well, this guy was a peaceful king, and his brother killed him in his sleep.
Yeah.
A strong king. King Robert was strong. He was a very strong king.
Yeah.
And he ended up drinking himself to death, basically.
And he died in a hunting accident. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Right. And they come to a conclusion where it's like wisdom, like a wise king is what makes a good king. Wisdom.
Yeah.
And it's knowing what you don't know.
Yeah.
And listening to people. And I was just like, I watched that knowing where
What's
Daenerys ends up.
Now. Yeah.
And I just thought, that's absolutely correct. And it's not, and it's exactly what she's not done. It's like you listen to people. You know what you don't know.
And then, well, could you argue then, to their credit, is that sealing this ending as well?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
No, definitely, because I don't know if it happened in the book, but they're working off of, that's at the point where they're still working off of George Martin's
his works,
his work, so he knows where it ends. He knows it ends there, and he's seeding it. So I think that is seeding this ending.
It must be, mustn't it? 100%.
Yeah. I mean, even John is even a bit of a shit king in that respect, because there are times when he doesn't listen to anybody.
No.
There are times when he does, but there are times when he doesn't, and he fucks up.
Yeah.
I don't know I think he learns from his mistakes, probably. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's a great scene, and it's like they knew, and I think they're correct. I would say they're correct, but
it's the whole philosopher king thing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Marcus Aurelius, he was supposed to be a good leader, and he was a philosopher. Started off Stoicism, I believe.
Is it?
He wasn't a king. He was
Roman.
Yeah.
Roman emperor.
Yeah.
I see.
I thought he either started off Stoicism or really dug it as a philosophy.
Yeah. That may be a future big talk thing. What makes a good leader?
Well, we've already answered it, Matt.
True, wisdom. Yeah.
That's big talk. See ya.
A micro talk. Yeah. This is big talk 3 and 4.
Yeah. We can talk about wisdom, and I can talk about wisdom. I can talk about philosophy. That's one thing I do know. Philosophy.
Oh well.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We will do that at a future time because my phone just told me I have 10% battery left.
And to stop hitting it.
To stop. Yeah.
Stop hitting me, owner.
Or do it earlier on.
Yeah.
Stop gesticulating wildly.
Hit me or don't. Make the call.
Make a decision. God damn it. Yeah. Okay.
Brilliant. Well, we went full hog this episode, didn't we? Whole hog.
We did.
Just go straight into Game of Thrones.
What are we going to do when Game of Thrones isn't on?
What's the next thing? Yeah, we're just this isn't normally our big talks, is it? We don't normally talk about television, but this just seems to be such a cultural icon at the moment that big talk can be made of it.
Well, it was appropriate for the question, I think. I think we did okay.
Yeah. No, it's interesting just how much, and as you say, like from the shows where, like from HBO's perspective, sorry, where it is this big cultural icon now. People care about it and things like that. That a lot can be said about culture and different things like that through discussing a story. We haven't really sort of talked about culture. We've just bitched about the amount of time.
Bitched about how bad it is.
Yeah, but it can be done through cultural sort of icons that we have. You know, sort of cultural artifacts that sort of come out now, and that's kind of the cultural artifacts we see in this time, isn't it? Like TV shows and things like that. Interesting.
Yeah.
More questions for another time, anyway.
Indeed.
So that's us for this one.
Yes, it is.
Matt, you do the thing. You always do the like or subscribe. I've just done it. Do it if you want. Can you subscribe on iTunes?
Yes.
Okay.
Subscribe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Subscribe on.
Another
subscribe
thing
on
that I don't know anything about. Podcasts. There we are.
Yes, please. Yes, if you liked, please leave a comment if you wish, and subscribe to the channel.
Definitely leave comments. That's good. I want to see how wrong we are on all of our topics.
If you've got I tell you what, if you've got a big talk question, stick it in the comments.
Yeah, if you want to be on it, if you want to come and chat with us, tell us as well. That would be fun.
It would be fun, yeah.
Letting someone
we might vet you
circle.
first. We might vet you first to make sure.
Or maybe we won't. Maybe if they're like absolutely nuts, then this is our USP for the podcast. We get one absolute nutter on a week and just see where the cards fall.
All right.
Yeah, like, subscribe, dislike, unsubscribe. You're big people. You make your own decisions. And just remember, we're all in Sims 4 anyway, so none of it matters. The kids taking away all the doors. Your lives are meaningless. Have a good week.